wanna know about sports, this is where you go. Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go.
First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, touchdown, yeah.
Touchdown, yeah. Touchdown, yeah. Touchdown, yeah. Touchdown, yeah. Hey.
Technology, you can really suck it right now. And I mean that wholeheartedly from the bottom
And
of
if you're
my
not
gut
down,
stuff.
and if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Indeed. But welcome to this rapid fire edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show. Now we are really gonna try to do a rapid fire because
It's gonna be a fucking rapid fire. It's gonna be a fucking rapid fire. Wait. You big dummy.
Oh yes, Mr. Red Fox has made an appearance in the building, but nonetheless,
Baby, and I know Cuz is not feeling he's already. We're gonna chime in on that too in a little bit, Cuz we're gonna touch on that. But since Cuz has already chimed in, let's go ahead, Dub. Give him the nice little promotion. Yeah.
graphic design, photos, editing, video. If you are in that field and want to have some credentials and get some credibility, please go to Creative Brothers Productions. The young man is very serious about the craft, harnessing his craft, and we just want to say,
and Cuz I know you listening, I'm sorry. I am horrible at calling people. That is just one of my things. I don't do that much calling, but I will call you because I'm announcing here. There is a possibility that Mizzle can be doing some commentating for some flag football.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yes. So, Cuz, don't think I ain't forgot about you, man. That just your cousin don't do phone calls that often. So when people say call him, I like freeze up. Call you. I don't know. I text. I don't do the calling. But I'm gonna get at you, Cuz. I promise. 100.
Well, unfortunately for Cuz's beloved Edmonton Oilers,
oh man,
they did fight back to tie the series, but the Florida Panthers will hoist Lord Stanley's Cup with a 2-1 final score in Game 7, as the Florida Panthers claim their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. But certainly, and here's the thing, folks. Connor McDavid was still given the Conn Smythe Trophy.
You stole my thunder. You like bright SOB.
So, I mean, it's insane. But, I mean,
what he did in Game 6 was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. But the Panthers did just enough. But, I mean, the Panthers showed why they were the best defensive team in the NHL all season long. It showed. And they hoist the Stanley Cup. But again,
the Oilers will be back. Oilers will be back. They got a good dynamic of a team. They'll be back for sure.
But they showed first off, just for them to force a Game 7, being down 3 games to none, to where they just could have packed it in and said, you know what, it was nice to get there. The experience is great, but we're just going to pack it and go. They didn't do that.
They made it more exciting.
They fought and forced a Game 7, and kudos to them for doing it. But again, it's just the Panthers had enough defense and enough goaltending from Sergei Bobrovsky to hold off the Oilers. It was tied 1-1 after the first period, and then
I can't say the goalie name. I can't say the goalie name for the Panthers, but he became a damn storage. It was nothing was getting past him.
Sergei Bobrovsky pretty much said once the Panthers got the lead in the second period.
Oh baby, 2-5 Live has just made his appearance in the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, apparently someone wants to be a part of the two. apparently somebody wants to be a part of the 2-5 fan club because somebody just wanted to go in and basically saying that 2-5 didn't know what he was talking about. But
Hey, you know what? He must have commented that on after we were done with the show. Because if he would have commented that while we were doing the show, yeah. I'm gonna have to send you what was said 2-5 about the show last night. Stay tuned. I'll be sending that clip to you unless Dub can get it to you because I sent it to Dub because I was like, who is this clown? I didn't know who this guy was. But yeah,
I assume.
See, look at Big Man.
Apparently, we missed something. But in the first period, it
somebody did not like your analogy about the game in the Ashbury Park. I'm gonna send that to you too. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. Come back.
But Carter Verhaeghe got the scoring started with a 1-0 lead for the Panthers, but then Matthias Janmark tied it at 1-1. But Sam Reinhart had the goal with 15-11 in the second period to give the Panthers the lead, and they never looked back. And Sunrise, Florida, is celebrating their first ever Stanley Cup championship, and for the Panthers, who for the most of their existence were a laughingstock, back-to-back years, they get to the finals, finally busting through in 2023-2024. And unfortunately for the country of Canada, another season without hoisting the Stanley Cup, as now it is on 31 years and counting for a Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup finals. But as Mizzle said, they will be back. You just think that they will be because
check your messenger 2-5.
Connor McDavid is determined to get there and help the Oilers win their first title since, of course, the 1990 season. So there you have it with that. But nonetheless, our congratulations to Paul Maurice and the Stanley Cup champions that are the Florida Panthers. And I know my former boss that now lives in Arizona, my good friend, Mr. Rob Trowbridge, is very happy because he is from Florida, and I'm pretty sure he's very happy that his fellow Florida Panthers won the national title. And
man, we got to get Oos on here, man. You see how Oos feels about this.
Well, you know he's probably going to say F the Panthers.
Well, yeah, as the little cuz said,
just because. But nonetheless, Lord Stanley's Cup will once again reside in the state of Florida. But
did they pour champagne in? Did they pour champagne in Lord Stanley and drink out of it?
Oh, you know they will. I
didn't get to see the celebration. Did they do it?
No, I didn't see it. I was on my way back home because I was eating some very nice steak while Game 7 was going on.
Did somebody say steak?
Yes, it was a very nice New York strip. But kudos to the Florida Panthers for getting the win. And also kudos to the Tennessee Volunteers as they win their first ever men's College World Series national title in a thrilling 6-5 win over the Aggies.
Well, I guess what JP said, never pick Texas A&M.
But oddly enough, this was the first time that a number one seed, the first number one national seed in the tournament to win the College World Series since the Hurricanes of Miami did it back in 1999.
Are you shitting me?
No,
I know you're not shitting me. I was just saying that as a
metaphor. I get it. But yeah, first time since 1999 that the number one national seed in the tournament wins it all, because that, in a sense, had been a curse. But the Tennessee Volunteers finished the season with a 60-13 record.
Did you say 60-13?
6-0-13. Yes, that is their final season record. Yes.
You talking about putting in work? Is that the best record in NCAA baseball wise?
Yes. They were the number one.
They should have won it then.
Yeah, they were the number one. They were the number one team in the nation for most of the year.
The only asterisk in sports with the best record is that team right there. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Well, the Vols hit 2 more home runs, and they moved them into a tie with LSU for most home runs in the tournament, as they each had 37.
Wait, they beat out that kid from North Carolina?
I'm talking about home runs as a team in the whole tournament.
Oh, okay. Because I'm about to say that kid from North Carolina was raking.
Vance Honeycutt was pretty damn good in this.
What a
was good
name,
in this tournament.
Honeycutt.
But the A&M Aggies finished their season with a 53 and 15 record, which is not damn bad in its own right.
That is not shabby either.
Caden Kent, which is Jeff Kent's son, had a very good tournament.
I thought
for
so.
the A&M Aggies. And there was a lot of Vols fans in there, of course. You saw Peyton Manning. He was there, obviously. Josh Heupel, the head football coach. The head football coach, Josh Heupel, was there. Also, Rick Barnes. Okay. Yeah, he was there. Rick Barnes, the head coach. Of course, Rick Barnes coached for a long time with the Texas Longhorns, but now is coaching Tennessee. He was there. And country music artist Morgan Wallen was there. It was humid, 98 degrees, but they will be singing Rocky Top all night long in Knoxville, Tennessee, as this is the first men's championship for Tennessee since T. Martin led Florida State to the very first BCS national title with Peerless Price as his wide receiver.
T. Martin did not play for Florida State. You should have said Tennessee, but I understand where you were going with that. And goodness gracious, Peerless Price. I forgot about that guy, P squared.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Did you have Florida State on the brain? Because you said T. Martin in Florida State.
T. Martin was the quarterback after Peyton Manning in Tennessee.
I understand that, sir, but you said T. Martin in Florida State. You didn't say T. Martin in Tennessee. So I was asking you, do you have Florida State on the brain?
Well, they did beat Florida State to win the national title.
I guess I would have just left you saying T. Martin as Florida State quarterback. Okay.
Well, no. Well, I was trying to say Fiesta Bowl, but I guess Florida State came out of my mouth because it was the Fiesta Bowl that Tennessee won their championship.
Oh, so you got your F screwed. Yes.
And like I was saying, that was the first BCS championship that was their first BCS championship that they won, or as I like to call it, the BS championship. Because BCS.
Whoa. The only reason why it ain't the BS championship because the last team to win that
was Florida State. But here's the thing: they got that matchup right. They got that matchup right. But there was other times to where you're like, why?
Of course. No. Me and you. Just imagine if we had this platform and what we're doing when the BCS was the bullshit bowl.
Oh man,
brother.
I would have said this all the times Ohio State got there when they shouldn't have got there. I would have went off because I would have been like, "What the hell?"
Matter of fact, this wasn't the first time that my Florida State Seminoles got the shaft up the ass.
Yes.
But no, it's always going to be Nick Saban. You sprinkle in Florida here or there. You sprinkle in Georgia here or there. But it's always, if you looked up BCS championship, that's why I thought I was shocked that Auburn won it. Because you know who I wanted. I wanted that motherfucker.
Yeah,
I wanted Bama so bad. Because you know what? Kay, if you're watching or listening, I'm talking Florida State. Jameis. I'm not talking Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Jameis. Jameis was going to wear him and Kelvin Benjamin was going to wear that damn Alabama defense down. Oh, and the running game, forget about it. This is a rapid fire show. Let's continue what we're talking about because I continue to talk about Florida State destroying Alabama in the championship game. Yeah, that
you can. But some interesting signings that took place here in the association. As we're going to touch that in a second. As the draft is upcoming real soon in the NBA. Actually, I think it's coming up this week, if I'm not mistaken.
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
No, no. What's today's the 25th, correct?
Correct.
So the draft starts tomorrow. First round is tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, just some signings real quickly. The Minnesota Timberwolves, and rightly so, head coach Chris Finch, it's a 4-year extension in Minnesota.
Oh.
Rightfully earned. Did a fantastic job in leading the Timberwolves to.
Now get Ant-Man a little more help. Get
I would
Ant-Man a little
agree.
more help.
I would agree. Get him some support. Get him some
Indeed.
support indeed. Hate to see him go, but he definitely earned the right to get this opportunity as Kenny Atkinson,
He
new
should have been
head
gone a
coach.
couple of years ago. If you want to be
I
honest.
agree. I agree. I felt the same way about Ron Adams when Ron Adams was on the coaching staff, that he should have left earlier.
Oh, well, tell us how you really feel, Mr. Hurley.
Well, now.
Well, give us a little bit of passion in the chat, and we will definitely chime in on it.
But yeah, Golden State, former Golden State Warriors assistant coach Kenny Atkinson will now be coaching the Cleveland Cavaliers, even though some people are still trying to understand why they fired J.B. Bickerstaff, who did a fantastic job of getting Cleveland to the playoffs the last 2 seasons. But nonetheless, the Cavaliers.
You go for what you want. When you see something you want, you go ahead and pull the trigger.
Yeah, but now they will get Atkinson, and hopefully he can build that young nucleus into what they got right now.
Well, he's probably going to bring a couple of Golden State Warriors players over there.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to happen.
Well, like I said, Atkinson did a fantastic job in doing it, so kudos to him. Thank you for his service with the Warriors. Did some very good jobs. Barnes got a nice payday for the Toronto Raptors as he gets some new ink to max his rookie deal, as Scotty Barnes received a extension of 5 years to be worth as much as $270 million, according to Adrian Wojnarowski from ESPN. Yeah, that's. Well, I mean, he's definitely outplayed his contract for his rookie deal for sure.
Balling.
He is. Well, they might have to trade up in order to get him if that's who you want them to get. But we will.
Are you a Laker fan, sir? we don't too much talk about Southern California sports unless we really have to.
But nonetheless, the Nuggets pick up Reggie Jackson's option, so Reggie Jackson will be back on the
That was a
Nuggets.
Smart move.
And kudos to Mike Dunleavy and the Warriors, guaranteeing Kevon Looney's contract, because Kevon Looney has been a solid, fantastic Warrior his whole career.
Staple.
And he has definitely been very good. So there you go. He was in the final season of his 3-year deal that he signed earlier, but for him to get another season, that's good for him. Like I said, Looney has been a tremendous presence and has been Steve Kerr's. That is true. Words have never been spoken.
Well, you can put that second word and put that in all caps when it comes to this guy. If you're just now following the show, I've said this multiple times. The only thing that I care about Southern California is my family. That's it. If I didn't have no family in Southern California, just so happens that I have an abundance of family that lives in Southern California.
But nonetheless, that damn team can suck it that wears purple and gold. I respect the Hall of Fame players that they've had. I love me some France.
I respect their franchise. I respect the franchise.
I love me some Francis Del Chick Hearn. But other than that, that team in purple and gold can suck it with every fiber of my being. But some Laker fans I know are not necessarily too happy with the hiring of one JJ Redick.
You can see above my head that's one of them.
And let's put out this disclaimer now. Okay, we have been Warrior fans since the days of Chris Mullin, of Eric Sleepy Floyd, of Joe B. Carroll, of Purvis Short, of Ronnie Cycli, Tom Gugliotta, Tim Hardaway, Latrell Sprewell when he had hair.
Your back, Chris Gatlin.
Yes.
Now, if you don't know who that is, don't sit here and tell me I'm not a Warrior fan, all right? Let me tell you how good of a Warrior fan. When your parents will say you're going to the Warrior game and you're on one year and they're saying, "Hey, we're going to the Warrior game," and you are expected to sit up top because that's what you said. But when you can get a good ticket to sit down low because they suck, I was there. Okay. Yeah. So I'm also a Sixer fan as well. I'm a Warrior and a Sixer fan. I don't care how anybody feels about that. That's just my basketball teams. And like my brother said, you can suck it if you don't, whatever. So, yes.
Like I said, we were Warriors fans when we knew they were going to get their ass flat out kicked.
Every year.
And we were still like, go Warriors. So
damn right.
You can never question my loyalty of being a Warriors fan.
Hey, wait. Well, at one time, I only lived like 35 minutes away from the arena. It was nothing to get there. Even when we went a little farther, let's just add an hour to it. So it's an hour and 35. So it's awesome.
But I will say this though. We always talked about Oracle being loud when they expand the capacity to over 17,000 or 19,000, I think. But when it sat just 15,000, when it was the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum Arena, it was still very, very loud.
Yeah.
You kind of miss the old style arenas because you're on top of the court, so the crowd noise can really, really, really be a factor, which is why one of my favorite basketball arenas is the Old Forum in Inglewood, because the setting of that arena was just.
Have you been inside of that?
Unfortunately, no. I never got the chance to go inside the Forum. No.
Now, if I have, it might have been when I was like small. Yeah, I don't think I've been there either. I think I've been to the Coliseum once, and I'm not talking about the Coliseum in Oakland.
Oh, the Mausoleum, yes. Which will now once again play host.
Hell, I might have been there twice.
Which will now play host to the Olympiads once again in 2028. Yes, as the Olympics returns.
Yes. I think I've been to the Rose Bowl too.
Now that's where I want to go. I'm pretty
sure I've been to the Rose Bowl.
I must sit in that stadium for a football game. I don't care if it's UCLA. I don't care if it's the actual Rose Bowl game itself. But I must sit inside that stadium.
I like how you didn't even say USC. You said UCLA and didn't even say USC.
Well, the only time I would go watch USC play at the Mausoleum is either Cal or Stanford is there, or maybe even Colorado to go watch Deion Sanders. That's about the only time I would go to the Mausoleum, or perhaps go there for the Olympics in 2028. That's about it. Because are
we adding that on? So we're definitely checking off one next year. So
yes.
Are we adding that on?
Well, you know what? I wouldn't mind going to watch track and field inside the Mausoleum at the Coliseum. He's doing the Hogan. Here we go.
Yeah, you got the Hogan for sure.
But I mean, that's just one perspective that I would just look forward to seeing. Which again, now that hockey is over and the College World Series is over, we have the Olympics coming up next month in Paris, France, on the networks.
I should be watching. I haven't been watching the trials, and I'm dropping the ball. I should be watching the trials.
Well, my mom was watching the track and field trials because that's her stuff. And
someone had it on in the one of the patients had it on in one of the rooms. I had to clean one of the beds, and they had it on. I glanced at it for a little bit, so I got a little bit of it, but feel kind of bad because normally I'm up on it.
Well, I definitely will be on it for the opening ceremonies in Paris, France, upcoming.
Paris,
yes. Oui, Paris, yes, indeed. But JJ Redick signs a deal to be the Lakers head coach. How that comes to fruition, we don't know.
We said that all along. We knew that was coming.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing: for Rob Pelinka to say that he was the number one choice, number one, Rob Pelinka, stop lying because you're lying. Because you really want to.
No. I know where you're going, but let me say this. Because I was going to say it, but you was about to go into something. So what if JJ Redick was really the first choice and they just threw what's his name from UConn? Give me the name. Hurley. Yeah. So maybe Hurley was just a show. As I use the quotes.
Mm-hmm.
They were never going to pay him what he was asking for.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. I know that. It was said on First Take. So yeah, JJ Redick was simple, bro. I think Hurley was just a pawn. Just to give the fans, that fan base, like, oh, we're going for it, and just to end up with JJ Redick. Hey, first of all, you hired a Duke player, so that's strike number one right there in my eyes. Fuck hires a goddamn Duke player. Okay.
Oh baby. Nonetheless, here's what happened today in the Euro Championship in the group stages. Croatia and Italy tied 1-1. Spain beat Albania 1-0. Coming on today, since it's technically Tuesday, it'll be the Netherlands and Austria. That's on Fox Sports. That's on Fox Sports 1. Viva les Français takes on Poland. That's at 9 a.m. on Fox. At noon on FS1, Denmark against Serbia. And jolly old England taking on Slovenia. That's at noon on Fox, and that is Wednesday.
So I can watch a little bit of football before I go to work, huh? All right.
Yes. Yes. And in the Copa America, in the group stages,
Brazil plays somebody. Is it Brazil?
Brazil yesterday. No, yesterday Brazil and Costa Rica tied 0-0. Colombia beat Paraguay 2-1. Sunday, USA beat Bolivia 2-0, and Uruguay beat Panama 3-1. Also on Saturday, Venezuela beat Ecuador 2-1, and Mexico shuts out Jamaica 1-0. And then today, 3 p.m. on FS1, it is Peru against Canada, and at 6 p.m. it is Chile against Argentina, which I know there'll be some Copa America games actually out here in Vegas at Allegiant. I just forgot the doggone matchup.
You're not going to go check none of those out?
Well, this week I'm going to like 5 out of the 6 games between the Las Vegas Aviators and the Sacramento River Cats. So, yeah.
That's
so I'll be doing some scouting this week of the River Cats and see
you're going to be a busy man.
Yeah, who might be helping our Giants.
Did you purchase the bucket of sunflower seeds for this, or did you just got the big bag?
I need to go buy me another bag because the bag I have, I'm almost out. So I'm going to need me some more seeds. Although for some reason, when I got there, they wouldn't let me in with the seeds. I'm like, well, the last time I was here, I was able. Exactly. I said, no. Well, the last time I was here, I had seeds. What the heck?
Well, so you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be probably hot as hell, but you might have to find the way to tuck them.
Yeah, I might have to do the old Eddie Harris with Vaseline, Crisco, and some Vagisil, and rub some jalapeno on the ball. You put stock on the ball.
Oh, great!
Yes, indeed.
We got a good reference.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's one of the great. It's one of our great baseball traditions is watching that movie. All right, so real quickly, scores across the. Well, there was only no games today. So yesterday in the WNBA, the Liberty beat the Dream 96-75. Mist beat the Wings 92-84. Storm beat the Sun 72-61, and the Sky beat the Fever 80-82. 88-87. And then today, only one game. The Lynx take on the Liberty. That's the Commissioner's Cup Championship. And you can catch that on Prime Video at 5 p.m.
Really now? So you give no
Yes.
chance for anybody to watch that because what if they don't have Prime Video? So how do they watch it?
That's a good question.
That confuses me sometimes because some people don't have those.
Yeah, they don't have those
streaming
streaming services, which is
Unfortunately
why.
for me, I have to have all of them. I don't care.
Well, there you have it. But now let's see what's going on. Okay, Ortiz is going to fight Boachuk in Las Vegas on August the 10th. Okay. So Ortiz will set to fight Tim Tszyu, Costazu's son, on August the 3rd in Los Angeles, part of the Terrence Crawford bout, but the Aussie withdrew to injury. Now Ortiz will headline a Golden Boys promotion event on DAZN 1 week later. All right. Interesting. Of course, Benavidez still wants Canelo's titles.
That's not. It seems like that's not going to happen.
No, it's not. It's a damn shame. Yes, it is. Jack Catterall and Regis Prograis will meet in a 12-round junior welterweight fight in August 24th. That's in Manchester, England, announced by Matchroom Boxing. Of course, we got Boots Ennis coming up, and there's another fight also on the 13th coming up, which we will talk about at a later date. And just announced today that the WWF, yes, we still call it the WWF, but in 2025, Lucas Oil Stadium will host the Royal Rumble, and we know that a future WrestleMania and a future SummerSlam will be coming to Lucas Oil Stadium. In what years, we don't know.
No more pay-per-views or anything in January now. Well, no more PLEs in January. Royal Rumble was a staple.
January, it was the January tradition.
Matter of fact, what did we do on my birthday one year?
Watch the Royal Rumble, and you were so torn because you had Kane and you had Austin, and you're like, Kane, Austin, damn it.
Hey, man, we had a good time. Y'all silly streamed the shit out of me that day, too.
Mom got you real good, is all I can say.
Yeah.
And then we ended up doing our own Royal Rumble on the 64, playing the WrestleMania game.
That was a great birthday.
So we had our own Royal Rumble. Well, the Chiefs did the right thing. They
sure did. Hey, that's the one time they'll get a good applause from me. That's about it. And there it is. That's enough of that.
But the Jets do cut Hayes following his arrest for marijuana. Interesting.
Wait. They cut him. Ain't it legal around everybody everywhere now?
I don't know. I don't know. But
maybe he was in the wrong state.
But Ed Policy, yes, Ed Policy, the son of former Browns and Niners president Carmen Policy, will now take over as the team president and CEO of the Green Bay Packers next year after the retirement of Mark Murphy. So a Policy is back in the NFL.
Now.
A Policy is back in the NFL. I'm going to help run a team. But also thoughts and prayers to the Hall of Famer, the legend Barry Sanders, who was had a heart-related health scare last weekend. So hopefully Barry Sanders is okay. He turns 56 in July, but hopefully he's okay. The Patriots re-sign Ramadan Day Stevenson to a 4-year, $36 million deal, which, of course, Stevenson has been one of the... I'm just making out news before he called it a night. Certainly, he's been one of their best. He's basically been one of the best Patriot players the last few years, and
I won't deny that.
And gets compensated by the New England Patriots. So, jury deliberations beginning in the NFL Sunday ticket trial. I didn't know there was a lawsuit. Interesting. So the jury in the class action lawsuit filed by Sunday ticket subscribers against the NFL is to begin deliberations on Wednesday after both sides wrap up their cases on Monday. U.S. District Judge Philip Gutierrez will have a conference with attorneys for both sides Tuesday morning to determine final jury instructions. Gutierrez could also hear a motion from the NFL on Tuesday afternoon to grant judgment as a matter of law to the league because the plaintiffs did not provide enough evidence. Gutierrez will then give final instructions to the jury of 5 men and 3 women Wednesday morning before final arguments begin. Each side will get an hour and 10 minutes to make their statements, with the plaintiffs getting an additional 20 minutes for rebuttal. The NFL's final witness was Stanford economics president, Professor B. Douglas Berheim, whose testimony began last Thursday and wrapped up Monday morning. Berheim reiterated the league's policy that selling out-of-market Sunday afternoon games on Fox and CBS to DirecTV from 1994 to 2022, and now Google YouTube TV, benefits the fan and creates levels competition on the playing field. Harvard professor Einar Elhaj, a rebuttal witness for the plaintiffs, contended there were no links between the restraints the league put in to make Sunday Ticket a premium package, creating competitive balance. Elhage also testified that the approximate $62.5 million each team gets per year from Sunday Ticket would not cause massive ramifications to the league's salary cap or a team's operating budget. Jerry Jones, Cowboys owner, last week said that if he was able to sell his out-of-market rights, he would not be in favor of a salary cap. The class action, which covers 2.4 million residential subscribers and 48,000 businesses who paid for the package of out-of-market games from the 2011 through 2022 seasons, claims the league broke antitrust laws by selling its package of Sunday games aired on CBS and Fox at an inflated price. The subscribers also say the league restricted competition by offering Sunday Ticket only as a satellite provider. The NFL maintains it has the rights to sell Sunday Ticket under its antitrust exemption for broadcasting. The plaintiffs say that only covers over-the-air broadcast and not pay TV. If the NFL is found liable, a jury could award $7 billion in damages, but that number could balloon to $21 billion because antitrust cases can triple damages. The lawsuit, originally filed in 2015 by the Mighty Ducks Sports Bar in San Francisco, but was dismissed in 2017. 2 years later, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which has jurisdiction over California and 8 other states, reinstated the case. Gutierrez ruled last year the case could proceed as a class action.
Wow.
Whatever the decision ends up being, the losing side is expected to appeal to the Ninth Circuit and then possibly the Supreme Court.
You said $21 billion?
$21 billion.
But then if you disperse that out to everybody that's had that, you're not really getting much if you had DirecTV. But still, for them to win 21 billion and plus, still, that's pretty impressive.
Kansas Governor Laura Kelly signed legislation Friday enabling the state to lure the Super Bowl champion Chiefs and Major League Baseball stadium, or the Major League Baseball team, the Royals, away from neighboring Missouri by helping the teams to pay for new stadiums. See. This is what I don't understand. Owners have all that money. Clark Hunt, we know you got money. Why you're going to try to get public tax money for these doggone supposed stadiums that you're trying to build in Kansas? I don't get it.
Yeah. Why do we have to? We already pay tickets to come watch you play, and we do concession stands. We spend the money in concession stands, but then you want us to be taxed for you to build? I don't understand it. And I totally get why the Raiders are not in Oakland no more. That was never going to happen. It was never going to happen.
Well, it didn't help that John Fisher cock blocked also. And also the Charlotte City Council okayed the Panthers stadium renovation plan. So it looks like the Carolina Panthers will be staying in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina,
Well, they
as
should.
it approves a joint $800 million stadium renovation plan with the Panthers to keep them for the next 20 years. So
Nice.
good for them. And also, I think the Bills' new stadium is starting to break ground. So
Don't the Bears got something going too as well?
I don't possibly, but we don't know yet. But
I think the Bears got something going on in the works.
But there's your information in regards to news in the NFL. And before we call it a night, here's what went down in Major League Baseball. Angels beat the A's 5-1. Guardians beat the Orioles 3-2. Bryce Harper goes deep again as the Phillies beat the Tigers 8-1. Rays beat the Mariners 4-3. So Oos is happy. Reds beat the Pirates 11-5. Red Sox beat the Blue Jays 7-6. Cardinals beat the Braves 4-3. That damn team in blue shuts out the White Sox 3-0. Royals beat the Marlins 4-1. Brewers beat the Rangers 6-3. And the Fathers in 10 beat the Nationals 7-6. And the Giants rally back down 4-0 to come back and beat the Cubs. In Willie Mays in the first game. In Willie Mays' first game since he passed, the Giants finally came back home. Home runs by Nick Ahmed and Matt Chapman. And then in the ninth, they rallied for two on a sac fly by Austin Slater and a walk-off walk by Wilmer Flores as the Giants get the win by a score of 5-4. But the main thing was the whole entire Giants roster got to wear the number 24 on their back. And as I've said before, I know this may sound like I'm a homer, but I don't care. But when it comes to ceremonies and honoring their own, what the Yankees do on Old Timers Day is fantastic. But nobody does this. But nobody really does the ceremony for the Giants. When they do it, they always do it right. And kudos to them for doing it. And definitely Willie Mays played a hand in this win tonight. And Brian, since you were there with your son, hope you enjoyed it, bastard.
Yeah. I'll be checking out the pick slate in a bit.
Right. But nonetheless, it is nap time for you boys because we do got 9 to 5s. But wanted to come on here and do a quick rapid fire session. Once again, congratulations to the Tennessee Volunteers, Men's College World Series national champions, as they beat the Texas A&M Aggies 6-5 to win the College World Series 2-1. And the Florida Panthers avoid choke artist history as they held off the Edmonton Oilers by a final score of 2-1 to claim their first ever Stanley Cup. And not to mention, folks, we have got an anniversary to celebrate this week as your boys will hit the 4-year mark of doing this show, to where we appreciate all of our subscribers and all of our viewers that have watched us over the years. We appreciate you guys. Yeah. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spit out fire. But nonetheless,
almost close to 5.
But anyway, thank you to everybody for watching this episode of the Mizzle and Dub Show. As the Super Dope Beanmaker will take us out. But just remember, don't forget to check us out on the Mizzle and Dub Show. Also, the 8-7 NFL Recap Show. Don't forget, Wednesday or tomorrow, the other side of the ball, we're back in a studio, folks. So check us out 5:30 on the other side of the ball YouTube channel. And of course, don't forget to check out the All-Pro Jaffos with JP, Country King DJ Matt Sticks, and the Pernita Brothers podcast with JP and his brother. And the 3-on-1 with Matt, Rob, and Corey. And also Cuz's podcast. I don't know the name of it, but please go to his YouTube channel and check out his podcast.
We got to get that up on it.
I think we've covered everybody. And of course, always check out the Mizzle and Dub Show. And Live with 2-5. Please subscribe to Live with 2-5. As he's coming soon with his platform.
Yes.
Now I think that's everybody. But nonetheless, we're gonna go take naps now. But nonetheless, we appreciate you guys for watching episode 218 of the Mizzle Dub Show. And as always, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And this has been the Mizzle Dub Show. And that deserves a yeet.
Yeet. A real good yeet.
super dope beat maker yeet.